So anytime I get a largish amount of food or any food that needs to be processed in some way before I get it in my freezer, this is basically the process I use. Although this one was especially gross. I ended up having to change gloves 3 times. And I got reminded again of why you don't wash your hands before you put on the gloves. So to start with, I put on the gloves originally so I could handle the gluten-free or the regular rolls, these pastries that my son will be eating. So I like to have the gloves on so that I don't cross-contaminate the rest of my kitchen. And then that way he can enjoy his pastries. So, of course, I had to change my gloves after that. And this is the second change. This was the change I was prepared for. So then I tackled the taco pork. Obviously, it's just in a huge package, so you'll see in just a second. It's way too big for my family to eat in 1 or even 2 or maybe even 3 meals. So I separated it out into 4 portions, and that hopefully won't need to be divided up too much more. So that's all I'm doing right here is just, separating out the pork into portions. And unfortunately, after I did this, things slipped around so much that I ended up having to clean off the bags afterwards, and most of that I didn't get on camera. Because as you can see, the bag slipped out of my hand at least once so far, and then my hands are kind of covered in grease and stuff right now. Right here, this is where the worst of the damage got done. And ugh. So I tried to wash it off my gloves, hoping that I could, use those gloves for something else, but obviously not. So that is after most of the cleaning process is done, and I had to go and get another pair of gloves, and as you can see, there's my 3rd pair of gloves. This is to handle the grossest part of the job. I got these green beans. I got all of this food today at the food bank, but these green beans were slimy. So gross. Like, you can't see me on camera here, but I had to hold back a gag a couple of times because some of these were not savable, we'll just say. And then here's me going to get a bowl. I decided to soak them a little bit in lemon juice. It won't kill all the germs, especially not with how long I gave it here. But it'll kill some of the germs, and a few less germs will, however many less germs you can get is better for you, right? So I soaked it with some water and some lemon juice, but only for like 30 seconds. And then here I am starting to process all of the pods. Right now I'm just kind of sorting through, kind of getting some of the slime off and trying to assess the damage. Like, is it a lot or is it a little? Luckily, it turned out to be just very few of them that actually had any real unsavable slime on it. I need to get a better method of holding up these bags. I keep ogling those stands that they sell on Amazon, but I don't want them enough to get them from Amazon. We'll just put it that way. So, this is just pretty normal stuff. You're just processing through your food. It's just slightly grosser because some of the food from the food bank, no matter how hard they try, they cannot always get that food from the food bank in good shape. So here I am putting it in the freezer. In each of them in their special spots. But except I'm fighting with the freezer there. And here is the vegetable space. It's pretty